Welcome to Climate Check. The latest report from the IPCC has been called the bleakest yet on the impacts of global climate change, and some recent events support that assessment. This is Eastern Australia, where intense rainfall during February and March killed more than 20 people and caused billions of dollars of damage. Brisbane had more than 2 months' worth of rainfall in just 2 days, and Sydney had its wettest start to the year in more than 150 years. Australia's weather patterns are closely linked to the ENSO, or El Niño Southern Oscillation Cycle. El Niño when the water temperature in the equatorial Pacific rises, and La Niña when it cools. Both climatic events can have big impacts on the weather around the globe. Now, recently we've seen La Niña peak. Easterly trade winds strengthen in the Pacific Ocean, and this pushes warm water to the coast of Southeast Asia and Australia, where rapidly rising currents of air form intense areas of low pressure and bring slow-moving torrential downpours. Before human-induced climate change, La Niña would have had a cooling effect in Australia. But this year, Perth has recorded its hottest summer on record, with 32 days of temperatures at or above 35 degrees Celsius. Scientists continue to study how global warming impacts the ENSO cycle, but it's thought that both El Niño and La Niña events may be increasing in frequency and in strength. We know a warmer world is a wetter world, and this can have an impact on the intensity of tropical cyclones. Madagascar has been hit by 5 of them in just over 6 weeks, leaving a trail of destruction. And in spite of the extreme flooding in many places, much of the southwest of the country still has a drought, and that's shown here by the red and orange colours on this graphic. In Antarctica now, and sea ice is at its lowest extent since satellite observations began more than 40 years ago. Sea ice is simply frozen ocean water which forms, grows and melts in the ocean. But it's important because it helps to protect the huge freshwater glaciers and ice sheets from melting rapidly into the warmer ocean waters and causing sea levels to rise. This graphic shows this year's recent minimum extent compared to the longer-term average. And notice how the loss of sea ice is really very variable around the coast of Antarctica, but that lack of sea ice here in the North Weddell Sea has aided the discovery of the wreck of the Endurance, the lost vessel of the Antarctic explorer Sir Ernest Shackleton. It's been so well preserved due to the coldness of the water and the lack of wood-eating organisms. In Europe, and this winter has been another mild season. The red colours on this chart show the high temperatures, which have been around 1 degree Celsius above average. In the UK, 6 of the top 10 mildest winters have all occurred now since 2010. However, many people will remember winter 2022 for the string of named storms, including Eunice and Franklin, that brought all that widespread disruption. But although the picture varies across different parts of the UK, the Met Office have confirmed that actually overall it's been slightly drier than average, and that's shown by the brown colours here on this chart. 2022 is virtually certain to be another year in the hottest top 10. We'll keep you updated on the world's climate trends here on BBC Climate Check.